classify it? How will I classify it? If I have to broadly classify neoplastic lesions based on their behavior, how will I classify it? Based on their behavior, not on their origin. Malignant and benign. So can you give me examples of benign neoplastic lesions? Fibroma, then carcinoma is, it's a malignant lesion. Hematoma is not a, it is not a tumor, or it is not a neoplastic lesion. It is a collection of blood. So hematoma doesn't fall under that category. Benign, fibroma 1, adenoma. There's something like really wrong with your orientation with the subject. Please clarify it. Granuloma is associated with inflammation. Inflammation. Keep it to that. Okay, now we have adenoma and fibroma as two examples of benign. Now give me examples of malignant. And carcinoma is very broad, right? Then adenocarcinoma, papillary carcinoma of thyroid, very good. Then breast, okay. So these are all malignant tumors, and where are they arising from? Epithelial. Okay. Now, what about the malignant lesions arising from the mesenchymal component? Can you give me an example? Okay. Something in the bone? Yeah, okay. That is one example. So today, we'll see few slides and specimens of neoplastic lesions. Okay, so what I'll be showing you today is the slide for a malignant lesion. Now what we have chosen for today is adenocarcinoma. Okay. Now when I say adenocarcinoma, what do you understand? It's a malignant lesion which is arising from with what kind of epithelium? Squamous epithelium. Then where does squamous cell carcinoma arise from? Okay, next, anybody else with a better answer?
Endothelium proliferation in that.
Endothelium
when it gets polyed.
Endothelium. Where do you get endothelium?
Lining of blood vessels.
So you're telling me that adenocarcinomas are lesions affecting the blood vessels. Think of the organs where we get an adenocarcinoma in. Liver and stomach.
Uterus.
Okay, so what is common?
Liver.
What is common in these?
Stomach.
What is the common resemblance between all these organs?
Yeah.
You have told me stomach, you have told me uterus, you have told me liver. You have told me that adenocarcinoma arises from these three organs, right? Commonly seen in these three organs. Now, which structure does it arise from? Huh? What is common in these three organs?
Epithelium. Lining.
What epithelium?
Columnar.
Go a little broader. No. I said not to specify. Expand. Columnar, cuboidal epithelium. These are examples of what kind of epithelium?
Simple.
Huh?
Simple.
What do we have in stomach? What do we have in intestine? What do we have in uterus? Normal histology, you tell me. I'm not talking about epithelium. Tell me the structures. Mucosa has what?
Glandules.
Yes, glandular epithelium. Okay, so adenocarcinoma arises from glandular epithelium. This is very basic. It's not even like I've asked you some final year question. It's first year histology questions. Okay. So now we know adenocarcinoma arises from the glandular epithelium. Example of organs is stomach, anything in the GIT per se, and also liver. Okay. Now you tell me, if I have to say a lesion is malignant, what are the microscopic features I would be looking for?
It is irregular.
What is irregular?
The shape of the
Nuclear cytoplasm ratio is
highest.
increased.
Pleomorphism.
Pleomorphism. What do you mean by pleomorphism? Yes?
Nuclear structures.
Sorry?
Different types.
Irregular cell shape.
Different
Nucleus placed differently.
Placed differently? No. Then that will refer to the increased NC ratio, right? When the nucleus will become enlarged, okay, nucleomegaly, then the NC ratio is going to increase. Okay, the nucleus will become enlarged in comparison with the cytoplasm. We are talking about pleomorphism. Pleomorphism means varied morphology. So the cells are not similar to each other. Okay, we got pleomorphism, we got an increased NC ratio. Next.
An invasion.
Okay, yes, yes. It will invade, there will be breach in the epithelium and it will invade into the normal structure. Then
base size nucleus will come to us. The base.
loss of polarity.
Loss of morphology.
Okay, then
Metastasis.
I'm talking about microscopic features.
Dark pink color structure.
Dark pink color structure. Where do we see dark pink color structure?
Cytoplasm.
Wrong. In a cell, if I have to call a cell malignant, what do I see? If some point is missing about the nucleus. Pink. Nucleus is pink.
Darkly stained.
Just throwing darts in the dark, no? Wishing something should hit the point. Someone will tell pink, the other one will say, I will say no, then the other one is going to say something else. It's not even been one day that this class has been taken. What happens to the nucleus? What happens to the chromatin? How does it appear?
Euchromatin.
Say words only which you are sure about. What will happen? How will it look? Yes? Hyperchromasia, which means it will appear more blue. Okay? So now you have noted down. Who will tell it to me? What are the points that we have to say? Very good.
Chromatin is hyperchromatin.
Which nuclear chromatin? Hyperchromasia of the nucleus. And you missed one more thing.
Basal polarity.
Okay, basal polarity. Another one.
Invasion.
Invasion. Okay. Okay. So now we have the slide of adenocarcinoma of stomach. Now, what are the histological layers? Then? Okay. So now if I have to say that it's a malignant lesion, there has to be invasion, right? So which structure will it invade?
Adjacent tissue.
There has to be invasion of the mucosa and the malignant cells have to go into the submucosa to at least call it a malignancy, okay? So here in this slide, we have two foci, okay? It's very adjacent to each other. So at around 7 o'clock position, you can see the normal glands, two normal glands you will be seeing. And then at 6 o'clock position, you can see the invading glands, okay? So these tumor cells, they are seen arranged in glands which are invading into the submucosa, and these glands, they are lined by tumor cells which have features, tell me, showing nuclear pleomorphism with increased NC ratio and hyperchromatic nucleus, okay? So you can start seeing. I focus this area. Who will start? Somebody start seeing the slide. Come. Who's good with taking pictures from microscope? Nobody? It'll be easier for you only. Click the picture. See that in comparison to this area, does it appear more blue? In comparison to these two glands, are these glands appearing more blue? That is because of nuclear hyperchromasia. So, when I go on high power, what do I see? There is nuclear pleomorphism. See, the cells, they are not showing similarity to one another. Yes? And then these glands are seen invading into the submucosa. Submucosa. Remember the terms, okay? Submucosa, and they're also showing more bluish nucleus, right? Nuclear?
Ma'am, I can't appreciate the bluish nucleus.
You can't appreciate the bluish nucleus? Come this side. Now can you appreciate? Here can you see?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Yes?
Okay.
In comparison to this, can you see the normal glands? Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And another feature is
English.
invasion, another which we've missed actually. What is that?
Insertion.
I know.
Yes, ma'am.
Insertion you have covered. What have we missed here?
Polarity. Basal polarity.
Okay, polarity and architectural preservation. Okay. So here you see the normal glands are showing normal architecture, but here in comparison the normal resemblance to the normal epithelium is lost. Okay. So this will be your features for malignancies which you have to identify on the slide. Okay, this will be kept for your exams. Okay, clear? Clear for everybody? Okay. So now based on the similarity to normal epithelium, how do we classify malignant lesions? Resemblance to the normal epithelium, how do we classify? Have you heard about well differentiated, moderately differentiated, poorly differentiated? It has been covered. I know it has been covered in your theory class on Monday. But you guys were not listening. So you are clueless. So you read that, okay?
With differentiation, we can grade the what grade is the actual malignancy. With differentiation.
See, grading is different, but differentiation is again different. It is for how we say malignant lesion is well differentiated is how closely it resembles the normal epithelium. Okay, based on its similarity with the normal epithelium, we grade it as well differentiated, moderately differentiated, poorly differentiated. Okay.